So be fair, it could barely go wrong because I had the Bwipo camping top lane starter pack. I had Gragas, I had Predator, and I had Blue Smite.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It worked out.
It's just free real estate, right?
Disgusting.
Just following, the Bwipo guide.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, what can you do? I don't even blame Caps, There's nothing you can do.
Vladimir will never get nerfed. You will get an 05 Yasuo in every one of your ranked games. NA will win worlds.
Hey man, got trouble sleeping? Try Brain Effect Sleep.
What are you doing in my home?
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined here by Bwipo and Broxah in a double interview. Congrats winning against G2, amazing game. First thoughts after the game?
Yeah, I think my joiner smurfed it. And when I pressed tab and I saw that me and Broxah had 15 kill participation and the rest of our team had 4 or 5, I was like, we're doing God's work.
Decent.
Yeah.
It was a pretty nice game. The moment that I saw Caps dying to first blood, I knew what was coming.
You bullied that guy so hard, Jesus Christ, that seemed like it was personal.
I wouldn't really call it personal necessarily. I think, if it was personal for anyone, it must have been Bwipo. Bwipo dunked him into the ground, and then I just came and, I helped a little bit here and there.
Okay.
Honestly, it was people forgot, but it was closer than it was closer than it looked because level 4 or something, I almost died. If I died there, it would have been really awkward. I really entered one of my trades because I stunned a creep, and then I almost died to him. So it was really awkward. That would have been a real BG. But fortunately, I lived, and then I TP'd back, and then he couldn't play anymore. But yeah, it was just I think Caps forgot to count. And that's the thing, right? He's a mid laner, so I don't get it. Because usually when 7 creeps die, you hit level 2, right? Well, 7 creeps died, and he was still hitting me. So I was starting to hit him because I knew my creep was going to die. It's a really standard thing, right? Really standard. And then I just kept hitting him, and then he didn't, he started running. I think he realized too late, and then I just murdered him because Renekton's damage is a bit, it's a lot.
What do you make of Broxah getting the MVP of the game?
I mean, I feel like he deserved it fully. I think, again, if I didn't make as many mistakes, for example, that early trade, there's stuff I'm in my head, I died to the Predator Olaf gank as well. I called Tim to ult, but I feel like he wasn't sure if I could turn it. So he was and then he noticed, it was actually free, and then he ported it anyway, and then we both died. So I feel like that type of mistake is why Broxah got it, because up until the point where he died at the Nexus, he had a flawless game, so I respect that.
So be fair, it could barely go wrong because I had the Bwipo camping top lane starter pack. I had Gragas, I had Predator, and I had Blue Smite.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It worked out.
It's just free real estate, right?
Disgusting.
Just following, the Bwipo guide.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. What can you do? I don't even blame Caps, There's nothing you can do. I mean, to be fair, it was Wonder at some point too. We dove him too. So it's whoever came top, he just got Blue Smite body slammed and blows.
Unlucky, yeah. If they got lucky, they may get a kill on you, but only barely too. It's
I don't want to say it on interview because it's come on, but it's come on. Invictus Gaming did it in finals to me, I was did no one even bother trying it? Again, I had no counterplay back then. I still don't. And do you think G2 did? I don't personally think so. I've been saying it for a while. I don't think they had counterplay, but
He's a bit biased.
I don't think they had counterplay.
You're reworking your trauma from finals.
No. I mean, I just accept it. It's the way it is.
Yeah. This is his trauma from the final. It's never going away.
But now that he's internalized it and using it for himself, it's a redemption arc now. It's a
because now we're using it against opponents, so it's working. Yeah. It's full circle kind of thing.
Unbelievable. So my question to you is, I remember your amazing Lee Sin game at Group Stage Worlds. Does this game top it? Is this at least top 3 games you've played so far?
I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure. I participated in a lot of kills this game, that's for sure. But
you didn't just participate, you had some amazing, some of those throws, the barrel kills, 3 of them? What? Are you Kobe Bryant?
So whether those plays were sicker than the ones I made on Lee Sin, I'm not sure. The funny part is I actually wasn't even sure whether I wanted to play Gragas in the first place, and me and Joey were semi-arguing about it in draft, are we actually picking Gragas here? Because I really wasn't feeling it. And in the end he was like, you're playing Gragas this game, and he just knew.
He just knew that was the day.
It's disgusting, champion. I don't want to say it because people should
Yeah, but like I think it's pretty
I think
established
he
at
proved
this
the point, I think he proved the point.
point pretty much proven. I agree. How important was that you guys pick up Pyke early in that draft? How lucky were you guys? Oh shit, we can actually get the Pyke away from G2.
Not really.
Not really? No.
No, I mean,
It was something we discussed. Like, it was something we discussed.
So basically, we didn't really know what to do coming into the game. Like, we had a draft meeting earlier where we knew what to do coming into the game, but in our final meeting today, we couldn't really figure out what we wanted to do going into the game and what would be the key to success. And this was like a sort of last minute option. And yeah, we haven't really practiced this. It was like sort of a first time thing, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. I wouldn't say that we needed Pyke necessarily to actually bring it home, but Huli is pretty good on Pyke, so usually when he gets the champion, it does increase our chances of winning by a few percentages.
I mean, I think what surprised, like even us on stage, is when we were talking about Pyke plus Karma. We were obviously discussing the Flex the Karma both, right? And we were like, yeah, okay, we're doing the Spell Thieves thing where the Karma, like the Pyke is farming early. But then apparently our bot lane wanted to have the Pyke farm the whole game. And then we were like, all of us were like, that's not how the strat goes, guys. So that was the only thing that was like, But yeah, I feel like it was a champion to discuss because, again, they flexed it in a lot of roles and we were just like, we probably shouldn't. Like, if we could take it away, it's good. No. But we didn't feel like it was worthy of a ban. So we were just like, if we see room to pick it, let's just pick it because...
At the end of the game, though, your shutdown went, I believe, to Perks. I thought it was caps in between. It was like you died as well. Like four of you guys died. Like, ooh.
I didn't stopwatch. I was really trolling. I had stopwatch, right? I was gonna bait, and I had stopwatch, and then Olaf eat me for all my health, and I was dead. I was like, what?
Unlucky, but were you guys worried at that point? Oh shit, can we actually throw this?
We were not worried. Like, the only thing that went through my mind was, guys, I ruined my KDA.
Yeah.
I had a perfect game, and we actually messed it up. So I was like super triggered, not because we didn't end, but because my KDA was ruined. Because I knew we were going to win anyways.
What am I hearing? What am I hearing? No, but we knew it because it was like, in our comments, it was, if they ever at any point walk anywhere past their inhibitors, TF's going to port and end.
Yeah. We basically couldn't lose at that point. We couldn't lose.
So either they wait until we all walk up to their Nexus and hit it and then try to fight us and lose, because again, we were, I think, like 10 or 15k gold ahead at this point. So it was pretty lost. They also had no one that could tank gold card. Like Olaf's ulti could tank it, but that's it. So whoever got gold card, it was a free kill. So it was pretty, it was really over.
TF becoming a really huge pick for Nemesis at this point. I mean, like, the X-Pack finish was nice and everything. That's nice for the show reel, but in general, But like, he was on the back of the Nexus. That's when it's like the true, X-Pack.
I see how it is.
Yeah, and mid laner, But like in general, like TF has gotten really important for him now. He seems very confident on it. It seems to work well with the team in general.
Well, yeah, global spell is pretty good when you have 2 winning side lanes.
I feel like the previous TF game, he proved that he's really good on this game. Yeah. He didn't really get a chance to prove himself, really.
He got a nice few kills.
But he is playing really well on TF. I feel like the split in general, though, he has just been good no matter which champion he has played. TF has been one of them, so TF naturally looks really good too. But yeah, he's just stepping it up a lot, the split, I feel like.
So, like, I'm going to leak a little bit of things. Before the split started, there were a few worries that, Fnatic might not have kind of like the best start and stuff like that. Like, a few people. Yeah. And you guys are really insane at this point. I mean, you beat G2. You're the best team in the league right now. 5-0 score, perfect scores, great games. The run is there. There's who's there to stop you guys?
I don't think anybody on our team is thinking about 18-0. We just want to make first place and get some good seeding for that finals and take home the split. I think that's what people are looking for. Again, if we magically go 18-0, I don't think anyone is going to complain, but I feel like everyone's just playing every game to win, because last split we especially felt like, damn, like if we won this one SK game or we won this one whatever game, we would have maybe made second place against, like, instead of OG, and we would have had a better run maybe, or So in general, I feel like everyone's just focused on getting those 1 wins, because they're the ones that end up counting at the end of the split. So 18-0 is cool, but G2 can have their fun next split and try again. But
so is Fnatic?
I'm not a believer.
Is Fnatic a bit of a momentum team in that regard? Because last split was bad start and then just roll of losses, and now it's a roll of wins so far.
I think more than anything we just learned from last split, because I think coming into the split there was a lot of overconfidence and a little bit of cockiness on the team as well after our Worlds run. So we all realized throughout spring split that having this type of thoughts probably wasn't the best idea. Shouldn't have too big of an ego. So now we learned from that, and we just take it one step at a time. Obviously, going 18-0 and all would be nice, but at the same time, if we stand here saying that we're going to smash everyone and go 18-0 and we lose to Excel tomorrow, things start getting a little awkward, right? So we just take it. We just take it one step at a time.
Yeah. Again, it's important we focus just as hard against the game against Excel. And again, I don't think it's expected for us to like randomly kill everyone. That's not the game we're looking to play either. It's just how it happened. And I feel like that's what people have to remember is like we end up getting so many kills because we were so far ahead topside, but our mid and bot were still very stable and just trying to do their best to stay relevant in the game. And I feel like that's...
I mean, if it would have been just like a normal game, which this definitely wasn't, but if it would have, like Healy would have definitely been up there as well, because like he had some great hooks, like
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like people were, like we were tempered still on the bottom side of the map. For the top side, okay, I was really fed, so I was really feeling it, right? I was trading a lot because I felt really strong. As I do, I trade. But in the end, I think what people need to respect is that despite the fact that we were like so much action topside and we were winning so hard, we were still controlled when it came to mid bot. It's not like we were making the game a fiesta. Like we weren't trying to smash all three lanes. We're just like, holy moly, our top laner is like 2k gold ahead and our jungler's 2k gold ahead. Let's just wait until these guys come over here and one-shot some people. And that's what happened. We ran around one-shotting people. So, works out.
Yeah, but you were picking up objectives, and it was like there was still a lot of control in that game. But what was the team communication like during those times? I mean, some of those Kragos barrels. I mean, come on, there must have been some shouts and some Bwipokers and everything.
It was good.
Well, in the early game it was kind of funny actually, because I think it was Reckless at one point in the early game saying, somewhat quietly saying, "Wow, you guys are actually doing pretty well up there." Yeah. And then eventually, when everyone started taking part, there was a lot of screaming and shouting, and there was one point where, it actually got a little crazy, and we had to calm ourselves down a bit and start playing for objectives rather than running around killing people. But yeah, I feel like for the most part we played pretty controlled. There was obviously a lot of action, but at the same time we were so far ahead that we could just go for these big plays all the time. Still with a good amount of control, so I think we controlled the beast pretty well.
I think there was a lot of action, but it was also planned. Like for example, like some of the plays that went bad were still planned. Mm-hmm. Even though they went bad, it was still like there was discussion of can we do this, and we're like, yeah, we feel strong enough to do it. So it wasn't like, oh, let's just see what happens, and then we shouldn't have done that. It was more like execution was off. If we make a plan, let's just include more people or make it a bit cleaner so it doesn't go wrong.
Or just try it again and maybe it's like one of those 10% chances that it goes wrong and it was just one of those.
Exactly.
But okay, so definitely make sure to check out Life of Legends where the team comps will be, that's the part where the team comps will be released?
It's not Life of Legends, I think we have a separate.
Oh, it's a separate one.
I think we have a mic check now.
Oh, you guys have a mic check thingy.
Yeah.
Right, so make sure to check that out on the Fnatic YouTube channel.
While I was screaming. It was just really hype right there. I was feeling it too, right? Like after... when I based and bought a cleaver at like 9 minutes, I was like, it's gonna be a good one, boys.
It really looked like a solo queue game, just like having that one challenger top laner Smurf just going Renekton and just...
and the jungler runs around one-shotting people, as Gorgas does.
Just like 2v5 kind of insane. Yeah, insane game. Hugely entertaining. Probably the loudest I've ever heard the LEC crowd go.
It was insane, actually. It was insane. They were really smart.
I mean, the team meet was a lot of fun as well, I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah, just in general, like today has been really insane, and as you said, the crowd were actually going wild. Like it reminded me a bit of when we were playing in Madrid last year, where we could barely hear each other in the fights because these guys were actually going ham, and it was very clear that there was a lot of Fnatic chants coming out as well. So it was a really exciting game to play.
I mean, at the end of the day, of course, Fnatic is still kind of the biggest brand in EU for the moment, even though G2 is definitely catching up with the jerseys and the chants and everything. Very, very impressive. I can only say I'm very much looking forward to this rematch. We need to find, and I propose this question to you guys as well, we need to find a name for G2 versus Fnatic. Like SK versus Fnatic is kind of viewed as El Clasico, but I don't know, I think that's kind of We need to find a name. So what we're gonna do, unless you guys have a suggestion? No, it's too on the spot now. If you have a suggestion on how to title this Match of the Titans, something with kings maybe, some memes in there, make sure to put it in the comments. Is there anything you would like to say to the Fnatic fans though?
Just thanks so much for coming out. I think they were really loud and clear, and I feel like throughout the spring split people were supporting us, and it feels really good to show that in summer now we are doing a little bit better.
Yeah, just thanks for the support. Like we're always getting so much support, and especially when going against G2, we can really feel it. Like the fans are very passionate about this specific match, and we've been able to feel that today.
And a hashtag. What do you guys have in mind? Or should I just make a suggestion? Jungle top duo? Huh?
Hashtag no counterplay.
Oh, okay. Hashtag no counterplay, that's the one. That's the one. Hashtag no counterplay for the people that watch until the end. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Broxah. Thank you, Bwipo. Make sure to follow them on Twitter. This was an amazing game, amazing day at LEC. This was Darius from the Shotcaller, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnovic, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your very special support, and of course also all the people whose names you see scrolling past you. Without you guys, we would have closed down probably a while ago. So thank you so much for your help. Thank you.